Hello, Scorpio, and welcome to my channel, Tarot by Gabrielle. This is going to be a general reading for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs, looking at your recent past, your current energy, and your immediate future, answering the question, what do you need to know right now in order to move forward in alignment with your higher self? As always, I've gone ahead and pulled the overall energy for the reading and clarified those messages, which we'll jump into in just a second, but I do have the tarot deck that I will be using already shuffled, as well as the decks that I'll be using in the extended. Any information on the extended reading or on booking a personal reading with me is in the description box below. If you watch the love readings on my channel, in those readings, I talk a lot about focusing on healing of self. And so that's what these readings are for, is focusing on the healing, the subconscious patterns that we're trying to break, things like that. So on that note, though, these are still general readings. They are not here to resonate fully for everyone. So do remember to take what resonates and helps your personal situation and leave what does not. All right, Scorpio, let's go ahead and jump in. In your recent past, you have shifted your energy with the Chariot in reverse. Just straight up, you're in your recent past, things were not moving forward. Things are not progressing the way that you want them to. If there's probably some stagnancy, you feel stuck, you don't understand why you haven't achieved what it is you want to achieve. But there's a shift in your energy that's needed. And I feel like you're kind of in the middle of making that shift, whether or not you realize it, because you have contemplation with the Two of Pentacles. So in some way, there's this need to reprioritize. I don't know if it's reprioritizing yourself or your joy or your passions or your happiness or whatever the case is, but there's this need to reprioritize and maybe process how you can do that. Sometimes when we're working a 9 to 5 that we hate and we're busy all the time, when we're going through the motions, and we can forget that this journey, this life is supposed to be fun. You're supposed to be having a good time. Not all the time, of course, because it is still life, but when you start to prioritize yourself and your happiness and your dreams, you start to watch those things slowly become reality. And so I feel like that might be kind of what you're dealing with in your current energy. And then your immediate future, you have make a decision with the 8 of Swords in reverse. This is actually my favorite card in tarot. This talks about breaking out of these self-imposed limiting beliefs that we place on ourselves so that we can start to experience a life beyond what it is that we have experienced. Because if you have experienced a lot of lack and loss and suffering and survival mode, you're going to think that that's all there is to life, right? Naturally, because you're going to base your perception on what it is that you have experienced. But when you can start looking past those limiting beliefs and start saying, okay, if in this world I am capable of living my dream life, if I am capable of having the life, the career, the financial situation, the partner that I want, then what do I need to do to get there? And then start, shifting your energy in that direction. You start to watch as every limiting belief that we have there's a solution that starts to appear. But we have to learn to lean on faith and to take action in the direction of our dreams in order to watch them become reality. All right, Scorpio, let's jump into tarot here. Let's start by looking at your recent past. You have shift your energy with the Chariot in reverse. This is for Scorpio's recent past, please. Recent past for Scorpio, clarifying shift your energy with the Chariot in reverse. Recent past for Scorpio, please. One more. This is for Scorpio's recent past. Oh, no way. 8 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Cups in reverse. 2 of Swords. Okay. Things have not been going like you expect. Things have not been going the way that you had hoped. Things haven't been or didn't go the way that you expected or hoped. But it's really important that we remember that just because things aren't working out in the way that we thought they would or think they should, it doesn't mean that they're not working out for us. And there might be more going on than we're able to see when we're in the middle of the experience. And so the universe is asking you to understand that sometimes our limiting beliefs about what's going to make us happy, what's going to make us feel loved and successful and good, sometimes we can think that we know exactly what that looks like. It's going to be this person, it's got to be this path. I've got to make X amount of money a year in order to be happy. When in reality, you might be capable of experiencing so much more to life than what you funnel your vision into. So for instance, when we get our sight set on a certain outcome and that outcome doesn't come to fruition or isn't coming to fruition, we can start to believe in the worst case scenario. We can start to believe that this means that we're going to be alone forever, that we're never going to have the financial abundance that we desire, that we're never going to be happy, or we're never going to be healthy, or whatever the case is. When in reality, it's not that things aren't working out bigger picture. It's that things aren't working out the way that you expected. And honestly, even when things don't work out the way that you expected, but you lean on that faith of the universe, you start to realize that things then actually tend to work out better than what it is that you expected. So let's get more. This is the Scorpio's recent past. So I feel like that's a lot of what this is about, is things are actually working out better than how you expected them to. Oh my gosh, this 8 of Swords is following this reading. 10 of Pentacles in reverse, 8 of Swords or upright, the 6 of Cups. Okay, it's kind of a lot of the same cards as last time. All right. This whole reading is nailing down on these limiting beliefs. Scorpio, you have to remember, and I talk about this in a lot of my readings, that 95% of your movements, choices, and decisions stem from your subconscious. Only 5% of the way that you interact with your reality is conscious. Your life becomes a product of what you believe about your life. Whatever you believe is possible for you is what you are going to experience. Now, your beliefs, like I kind of mentioned in the overview of the reading, are a product of what you've experienced. If you've experienced failed relationships, or you've experienced failure in general in your personal endeavors, you can start to internalize that as all relationships eventually end or end in disaster, or all paths that I choose to take end in failure. And you can start to believe what it is that your past has taught you. Now, your past is a teacher in a different way. It's not there to teach you what's real and what's true about your life. It's almost like, from what I've learned just in my own personal journey, it's almost like your past, your childhood, it's almost like it's a setup for the lessons that you need to learn to break out of the limiting beliefs to get you to where you're trying to go. Now, if we could be born into the perfect family where our parents have the best relationship, and they believe in unlimited potential of themselves and of others, and they come from a place of love and understanding and empathy, and we always feel heard and validated and understood, and we're never put through painful, challenging situations, it would be really easy for us to believe that anything is possible, right? Because we had experienced that. But when you don't experience that, because that isn't real life, you then are kind of placed with this assignment of having to figure out how your past has created your belief system so that you can reframe your belief system to align with where you want to go instead of what you have experienced. And so your beliefs are a really big theme just in the first few messages that we've pulled here. And so things might not be moving forward because you might be limiting yourself to what's possible for you. Maybe you don't believe that wherever you're trying to go is possible, or that it's not meant for you, or that you're not good enough or capable enough or intelligent enough or attractive enough to make it happen. Recent past for Scorpio. What's possible for one person is possible for everyone, per the law of oneness. And I always like to say, One of the things I like to talk about in that regard is we often will say, oh, well, the universe, like, I'm just supposed to be alone forever in this lifetime. I'm just supposed to suffer in this lifetime. And we start to look at ourselves and think that for some reason the universe has pointed us out and said, you don't deserve happiness, but other people do. You don't deserve the relationship of your dreams, but other people do. You don't deserve to experience the financial abundance that you desire, but other people do. And we can start to look at ourselves as special, and I always say, you're not special. Everyone in this earth is just as special as the next person. The universe didn't point you out and say, you, Scorpio, you deserve to suffer. You deserve to never have the relationship of your dreams. You deserve to never get to experience the life of your dreams. Because if it's possible for one person, it is possible for you too. Now, you kind of have your heart closed off to this. It's almost like, I don't know if it's necessarily making the changes that need to be made or the path that needs to be taken. And I feel like that's because I think you've been through a lot, Scorpio. And I think that you've internalized a pretty negative outlook on the future, whether it be in specific aspects, like in relationships or in your career, in your financial world, or whatever, or if it's just in life as a whole. I feel like you've been through some stuff, and I feel like now your perception is aligned with what you've experienced. Well, I'm not ever going to experience abundance because I haven't before. I'm never going to experience unconditional love because I haven't before. And that right there is limiting your potential to your experience. And your experience is such a small part of what it is that you are capable of, and it is really important for you to remember that. So there's some changes that need to be made in your life, some reprioritizing that needs to be done. If you don't have to, obviously, but if you want to get to where you're trying to go. All right, current energy for Scorpio. Current energy for Scorpio, please. One more. Current energy for Scorpio, please. Yeah. Not listening to intuition about with the King of Wands, certain action that you need to take. There's some sort of action, some action that you need to take. You're being guided to take some sort of action. Can I say take action again? You're being guided to do something. And whatever it is, I think is what is like almost like the step that's needed to get you closer to where you're trying to go. Maybe you don't know what it is. I feel like you do though. Current energy for Scorpio. Maybe you haven't been able to hear the guidance, or you're ignoring the guidance because it might be scary. Maybe it's leaving the job you hate or the relationship that doesn't serve you. Current energy for Scorpio, clarifying contemplation with the Two of Pentacles. Yeah, see, you're staying where you're at. King of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Scorpio, you've settled in some way, shape, or form. You're staying where you're at because of this Nine of Swords. Because of your fear, doubt, or insecurity. Your fear, doubt, or insecurity has kept you from being able to move forward. Because there's something that you know you need to do. It could be walking away from something. It could be starting something, starting a business, starting a project, something that you need to prioritize, an action that you need to prioritize, and something that you know about. And not taking this action keeps you stuck in this like complacency almost. So you're kind of, you're like stuck, or you're not moving. There's no forward movement here. Current energy for Scorpio. What do you need to do? Current energy for Scorpio. Maybe you've been contemplating doing something for a while, but it's time to like actually do it. Like if you've been contemplating making a move, maybe it's literally moving. I don't know, it could be anything. You've been contemplating something for a while, and now it's time to actually make the choice, which is make a decision. Because I feel like there's a lot of your limiting beliefs are keeping you from making this decision. So that's why your limiting beliefs, which that Nine of Swords, the fear, doubt, and insecurity, it lives in your subconscious, and that's what creates your limiting beliefs. Current energy for Scorpio. Is that upside? Yeah, it's upside down. Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, because there's the Five of Wands. So 8 of Wands in reverse, 5 of Wands, and 10 of Pentacles. Whatever this is making a decision about, it's a decision to your path to your 10 of Pentacles, your path to your long-term abundance here. But it's like things are not able to move forward, and you're letting your resistance win. Your resistance is going to be, your fear, doubt, and insecurity is going to be the voice of your ego. And your ego is going to try to keep you exactly where you've always been. It's going to try to keep you stuck in old patterns and in those past experiences, because that's where your comfort zone lives. Your comfort zone lives in what you've experienced, because those experiences are predictable. If you've experienced a lot of, like I said, a lot of pain and limiting experiences, then your ego is going to do everything that it can to keep you stuck there, because your 10 of Pentacles is so unknown. It's so outside the realm of what you think is possible and safe on some level. It's like you want it, right? Consciously, you're like, of course I want my 10 of Pentacles. But then there's a part of you that's actually resisting it. It's funny. We as humans, we actually have a tendency to resist our own abundance, to resist our own happiness, to stay in complacency, to self-sabotage, to allow bad habits and, old cycles to control us. So your resistance is keeping you from being able to move forward. And that's why there's this need to reprioritize. Maybe it's literally just like reprioritizing your health. Like, I don't know, making better health decisions, eating better, or exercising more. It could be cutting certain people out of your life. Are you surrounded with people that lift you up or that bring you down? Are you wanting to start a business? Are you wanting to leave a job? Are you wanting to leave a relationship, but you're afraid that nothing better is ever going to replace it? How are you resisting your own abundance? How are you staying where you're at right now? Immediate future for Scorpio. Make a decision with the 8 of Swords in reverse. And the decision to do this, to reprioritize, to take this action, I feel like it could change everything for you. Immediate future for Scorpio. Three of Cups with the 9 of Swords. I want more on this 3 of Cups energy. This isn't a decision. Oh, no, I understand. This isn't a decision you should lean on your community for. I know that's a weird thing to say, but if you think about it, when you're wanting to take action out of your comfort zone, that's going to feel uncomfortable to other people too. And other people are going to try to keep you trapped in doing the same thing, or doing what they would do, taking a safe route. Now, not all people, right? But what this is kind of saying is this decision, you're going to have to rely heavily on your intuition for it. Because I think that the more that you lean on your community, whether that's maybe parents or friends, I don't think this decision and your confidence in making it can come from the outside, because all it's going to do is add to this 9 of Swords, this fear, doubt, and insecurity. You've got to make this decision on your own. And it's really important that you make it. Whatever this is, something you've been contemplating. Immediate future for Scorpio. more immediate future for Scorpio. Immediate future for Scorpio, please. Strength of the Judgment. See, but maybe this decision requires, like with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, like the decision will require you making a choice that makes you feel a little unsafe, a little unsecure, because maybe you're leaning on something as a sense of security because it is your comfort zone, but it doesn't provide you with happiness. It provides you with a false sense of security because it's within your control, within your ego's predictability, but it's not actually what aligns with your abundance and your happiness. Strength with the Judgment. And your faith, both in yourself and in the universe, that the universe has your back and that you're deserving of things working out for you, that's going to be incredibly important to rely on. And it is. I mean, that's true. The universe does have your back. The universe will always provide you with solutions to land on your feet. There's something you need to do here, Scorpio, and I feel like this is too much of a general reading for me to know what it is. Immediate future for Scorpio. Immediate future for Scorpio, please. This is about you standing up for your worth. Yeah, Scorpio, this is about you. You're done accepting below what you deserve. It's time to start prioritizing your value. If you are in any situation where you feel undervalued or unloved or unappreciated or whatever the case is, it's time to leave that behind and go open your energy up for what can make you feel loved, valued. Maybe it's friendships. Maybe it's leaving friendships behind that don't serve you. There's something you've been contemplating. And this decision could change everything. It sounds so dramatic, but seriously, because it almost feels like it would have like a domino effect in your life, which a lot of those big decisions do, right? All right, Scorpio, we just talked about what do you need to know. Now we're going to jump into what you need to do. So not just like overall what you need to do, but like diving into like, you know, how to ask for guidance, if there's any books that come up or anything like that. Any of that's going to be in the extended. The information for that is in the description box below. I'll be diving into the tarot to clarify and then dive into some advice. And then I have an actual affirmation card to pull at the end. Thank you so much, Scorpio, as always, for your support of my channel. I do hope that this reading helped and resonated with you in a way that you were needing today. And as always, Scorpio, I wish you nothing but love and healing on your journey moving forward. All right, bye, Scorpio.